Hello and welcome back to another video, and it's another Calving update video, the last one until December, which it would be this black one out here. But anyways, this cow has calved. You can see the calf within there. We can get a closer look at him now in a minute, but as always from these Calving videos we have the details to spill. So as you know, a lot of people may have already known two charts. There's several videos in the past, Calving update videos and whatnot, explaining why there's two charts and all that. So if you're new to these Calving update videos, I recommend going back watching them. So on our chart, she was due on the 13th of April. On the Scanner Man's chart, she was due on the 18th of August. She calved on the 26th of August, so she brought 4 days on with her. The calf is our second bull, so he's two bulls. The one in here is also a bull, the last one. He's way in there. But yeah, second bull. We have so far two bulls and three heifers. I believe that is. Yeah, three heifers and two bulls. Now, this is where the story gets interesting. We bulled her, the AI man bulled her with a Charlie 2304. We'll get back to that now in a minute. But she calved on her own outside in the uncle's, down at the uncle's place, because she was with her companion, the black one, out here in the uncle's place. So we'll get to that in a minute as well. I want to swing back to this being a limousine calf and not a Charlie calf. Obviously, if it was the Charlie calf, it would have linked up with our dates in April, so it didn't, with the AI dockets and whatnot. So we believe last year's bulls, they were still bulls at the time, last year's calves, when they were sort of bigger, they were out in the field. We believe, because I'd say last year's calves or bulls or whatever were born around November, December, January, February time, and they'd be let out in the fields in summer to autumn and let back in then in November. So we believe maybe it was late on in the year, just before the last couple of months before they came into the house, that maybe one of our own limousine calves, which are now year-olds, coming on maybe 2 years now, might have bulled her, which is why the calf is a limousine, because they're limousines. Obviously it's not a Charlie calf, although you can get black Charlies these days and sort of reddy, goldy coloured Charlies, but pretty sure that's a limousine. I could be wrong, but if it was a limousine, it would have linked up with the dates on our, if it was a Charlie, it would have linked up with the dates on our AI dockets, which obviously it doesn't. So it had to be one of our own bulls at the time last year that bulled her. So obviously we believe it is a limousine calf, but we don't know, because I could have probably one of our own that bulled her. So yeah, now she was over at the uncle's along with her companion over at the uncle's as well. So for the couple of days, her elder was swelling, but she wasn't becoming loose or slimy at the back end. So we thought maybe, because she's a cow, she had 2 or 3 calves before already, she maybe bring a similar amount of time as this one. So I think she brought nearly 2 weeks with her, 12 days. We thought she'd bring maybe a week or 2 weeks with her as well. Obviously she didn't even bring a week with her. So yeah, but yeah, 4 days past her due date, she calved. But them two are over at the uncle's. She calved during the day, so the old man took time off work and went over to have a look. I decided to go over and have a look as well. And then that evening, when we had the old man, the brother and myself, we got a reel of tape and a couple of stakes to make a temporary makeshift runway, or a little crush like here. And we hunted the black cow and her into a little pen that's there, and we brought them two over here in the cattle trailer. We put the two of them in here on the slats, and then we went back and got the calf. Now, I stayed with the calf to make sure everything was okay with the calf, while the old man and the brother came and took them two off the trailer, and then came back. We loaded up the calf. The calf was lying down in the trailer, not a bother on him at all. He enjoyed his first ever cattle trailer ride, I believe. But we put him then in the pen. She was on the slats, so we moved her from the slats into the crush here. We believe that the calf did get his bit of milk out in the field, because he had a bit of a fight in him. We were sort of pushing him, coaxing him on, because obviously it's a calf. He doesn't know where to go or what's happening, unlike cows. But we were coaxing him on. He was fighting back against us, so he had a bit of strength in him. So we believe he did get a bit of milk in him between the time that we seen him during the day and by the time we brought them home. But we put the cow in the crush here. He was up and about, he was roaming around the udders. So we decided maybe to coax him into the udders and see would he start sucking and whatnot. He didn't. So we decided to milk her, and we gave him one bottle, but he wasn't really all that inclined to drink it. We got it into him, but he wasn't inclined to drink it, which means he did in fact get a feed out in the field. So yeah, and there he is. Nice healthy calf. Lovely calf, and obviously a bull. So, and you may be wondering, because we had her that was calving outside but managed to bring her in before she calved, and we had this one out here who calved outside, and I think there was one more that calved outside or something, I don't know, but that she calved outside. The one out there was calving outside, and we brought her in. She was quite hard to bring in, even though they were just down below there, down a field down that direction. She was hard to bring in because the front legs of the calf were sticking out. She wasn't too inclined to go up into the shed, and when she calved, she had the calf with her. She wasn't too inclined to come up either. We had a job to bring the two of them in when they were calving or had calved. So we weren't expecting anything different with her. In fact, we were expecting it to be quite harder, because we had to load her onto a cattle trailer to bring her back. Well done. Well done. We had to bring her onto a cattle trailer to bring her back, and we were splitting her from her calf. We could have loaded them two into the trailer with the calf, but we were afraid that the calf would get trampled. So we decided to just bring the two cows, because she would have had to be brought home anyways, because she wouldn't stay in her field by herself that distance. So we brought her home anyways. So two cows went to one trailer load. We came back, picked up the calf. I think it was maybe one of the best ways to do it. We could have brought the cow and the calf in the trailer and came back for the black one, but again, the cow could have got a bit excited in the cattle trailer and accidentally would have tramped her own calf. So we decided to just bring the two cows and bring the calf on his own. Safer. But yeah, and she was actually quite easy to bring in. You take now with the last two that were hard to bring in, and her having to go into a cattle trailer to come home, it would be quite a difficult task in itself to bring her home. But actually, it wasn't all that bad. We didn't even have a bucket of mail, I don't think, at the time. We brought a bucket of mail, but we didn't have to use it. We had a man on the electric tape making the makeshift runway, and the old man was sort of coaxing the calf on and bringing the three of them up to the pen where the cattle trailer was. Bringing them up to the pen where the cattle trailer was, and then I was sort of going around them at a distance, at a nice safe distance, sort of coaxing them on, not getting too close obviously. But she was quiet, she never went to lunge at anyone. She was quite easy to load up on the trailer. When she came back to the shed here and was on the slats and no calf to be seen, she was a bit sort of upset and anxious and whatnot, obviously, as she would. But once she seen the calf come off the trailer and us coaxing her into the pen, she calmed down a bit. She was still pacing back and forth, wondering what are you going to do with my calf? But we just left the calf in the pen there, and we hunted her out and put her in the crush. Obviously milked her and whatnot, but that's the story. And obviously this buck, if you didn't watch it, one of his legs, I don't know if it's the front or the back, is a bit off, a bit bent or crooked or something. I don't know which one. It might. One of the comments said they might need a vet's attention and whatnot, but I don't know. I can't really see much. His two front legs seem to be fairly good, and his two back ones seem to be good as well. So I think he's motoring on nicely, and obviously this calf here is motoring on nicely. He's obviously must have got his feed earlier and is resting, so he's not lying on the straw. But anyways, that is going to be the end of today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my merch, the link to that will be down in the description, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. Take care.